Hi everyone, welcome, and today we're going to be reviewing the Artemis P12, or basically could be Artemis, SMK, anything along those lines, all made in the same factory. So even though this is the P12 version, it is very similar to the Artemis P10, and in fact also very similar to the Artemis P15. So let's have a look at the overall dimensions then of this rifle. So it is a bullpup style rifle, as you can see. It has a wooden stock, most probably made out of beech, and this stock is ambidextrous. The total length is 730 millimeters, and the total width, including the scope, is around about 300 millimeters. And this is important to note because this will make a difference when you need to buy a bag or a carry case for this particular rifle. Then it comes standard with open sights, so you will need to have a scope or a red dot to be able to shoot this. And then also the barrel length standard is 460 millimeters. The weight of this rifle without the scope is 3.3 kilograms, so definitely not a lightweight rifle, but not the heaviest rifle in the world either. So one thing to keep in mind, even though I'm doing this review, this is a second-hand rifle. So just keep that in mind as we go through this review. Moving over to the bolt action. So this is a bolt action rifle. It is adjustable, so you can adjust the tension on the bolt. There's also a small hammer screw adjustment just underneath the bolt action, and this functions fairly well.
There is, however, no cheek riser on this portion of the rifle.
Moving across to the trigger, here we've got a two-stage adjustable trigger, unfortunately not adjustable from the outside. It has a standard trigger blade, and the pull weight out of the box is around about 2 pounds, but overall very nice trigger. Not a match grade, but definitely a nice trigger. We can also see here the safety. This is the push forward pull back safety, and it functions just fine. This rifle comes standard with a Picatinny rail, and even though it is a little bit high, that is common on all bullpups, so no issues here, pretty much standard. The rifle is standard with a shroud, and this shroud is very effective, very backyard friendly. You can also remove the shroud, and the barrel is threaded for you to fit a silencer if you wanted to do so. Moving across to the tube is a 200 bar 2900 psi item, and it is 220 cc, so a large number of shots. As you can see, the gauge sits in front. It is easily readable, and once that cap is removed, you get the full probe, which just slides in and fills the rifle up to 200 bar. Alright, let's get into the accuracy testing. Let's head out to the range and see what we can come up with. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of the accuracy test now. We're going to be going out to 25 meters. I don't have too many pellets to test, so the one that this likes the most out of what I've got is the H&N Excite hammers. So this is a very cheap pellet, but I'm sure we're going to get pretty respectable groups. So 25 meters, and we're going to be shooting at the middle target. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so just to show you the basic conditions, as you can see it's quite windy. There's our target out at 25 meters. I'm going to zoom all the way in, but there you can see there's the target, and there's where the camera will be. So yeah, let's see what kind of group we can put together at 25 meters. Looking at the accuracy at 25 meters, definitely more than acceptable. We had a vertical spread of 9 and a horizontal spread of 14 millimeters, overall group size of 14. Definitely happy with it. So before we go too deep into the accuracy testing at 40 meters, I just wanted to make a quick reminder. So you'll know recently I activated the memberships on my channel, and yeah, I haven't got too many that have joined, but definitely for you that have joined, I really appreciate it, and I hope that we'll have some more that joins the membership soon. It's really not expensive. It's less than $1. In fact, out of each membership I make 33 cents, so really not much. In terms of rands, it's less than a rand, less than 10 rand, so not much, but I think it definitely will help the channel in the long run. So if you're not a member yet, please consider becoming a member of the channel. Let's get back to the action. Alright, so I'm going to shoot now at 40 meters, and this is going to be quite a challenge, especially with these very budget pellets, but let's see what happens. I mean, this is a review after all, so we need to have real life data that we can work off. So if you can only afford budget pellets, let's see what kind of groups we can get at 40 meters. Here it goes. Alright, so here's a look at 40 meters. There you can see it right at the wall. Just going to zoom in. There you can see the target, and yeah, let's see what we can do with 5 shots, 40 meters. Reviewing the accuracy at 40 meters, definitely not too bad. We had a horizontal spread of 17 and a vertical spread of 25, overall group of 25. Yes, we did have one flyer, but definitely with budget pellets, this is an absolutely more than acceptable group. Alright, so let's wrap up this short review. So in terms of accuracy, definitely we can see that this gun is more than capable. Just imagine if we had some expensive pellets, some premium pellets, we would definitely improve those groups tenfold. So I intend to still do that in the future. But what would I say this gun is for, and what's some of the pros and some of the cons? So one of the pros is definitely it is tunable, so it has got an adjustable hammer spring. It's nice and compact. It's very, very quiet, so if you're shooting this in your backyard, believe me, you're not going to have any issues with your neighbors. This one is obviously a little bit detuned, so not putting out the full power, but if this is in sub 12, you're definitely not going to have any issues with the sound. It's nice and compact. It is quite heavy, so I'm going to put the weight as a pro and a con. The reason I'm going to put it as a pro is definitely because what I'm going to be using this gun for is mostly for bench rest shooting, and for bench rest I think the weight is an advantage. It's going to keep everything a lot more steady, so for my side that's an advantage, but it is a con if you want to take this out into the field. It is going to be quite heavy, yeah, and even having a wooden stock will also add to the weight a bit, so definitely I think that's a pro and a con. I'm not a major fan of the Picatinny setup up here, but I think for bullpups this is quite common. Yeah, and another con is maybe just that you will not be able to pump this up by hand. You'll need to have either a compressor or a scuba tank or something like that, because it's got a very big air cylinder, but at the same time that is also an advantage in that you do not need to fill up very often. You will get a massive shot count out of this gun. So yeah, another pro for me on this one specifically is the trigger. It has a beautiful trigger, it's adjustable, and it is light as anything. So definitely a nice trigger on this gun, and definitely worthwhile going for this, especially like I say, if you're going to be using it for bench work, even if it's target shooting, hunting from the bench, this is going to work absolutely perfect for you. And yeah, so overall, definitely I think worth the money. Would I recommend it? Absolutely, definitely. Just not as something that I would carry around in the field for too long. So, till next time, guys, hope you enjoyed this review. See you around.